I've got a lot of developers, and these developers want to build these new and modern applications, and I need them to be able to do so on vSphere infrastructure. They want to be able to use Kubernetes, they want to be able to use microservices. What's the best way to bring these two worlds together? I want great infrastructure, I want great Kubernetes development, and I want it all neatly tied together on my existing vSphere infrastructure.
Ray, Project Pacific is your answer here. So, Pat announced Project Pacific at the keynote yesterday, and he talked about how Project Pacific is building a deep integration of Kubernetes into vSphere. So let's go ahead and show you a demo of this. So we'll continue where we left off, and go ahead and go up in vCenter. Project Pacific takes the application-centric approach. Modern application is often comprised of a collection of VMs and a collection of containers. Rather than managing individual containers or VMs, we want to enable a customer to be able to manage the application as a whole. So what's showing here is a list of applications that's running on this instance. Let's go ahead and go to the shipping application. As application now is a unit of management, we can operate on the application much the same way we operate on the VM. So let's go ahead and set resource quota for this particular application. We'll go set up a CPU limit. In a few clicks, we're able to set the CPU limit for this entire application, and this is going to be respected for all the components inside the application. Similarly, we can also apply storage policies and access control policies much the same way. So let's go back to the application and see what our developers has been doing with it. We see a Kubernetes cluster that has been created. Let's go ahead and open that. So this Kubernetes cluster is created by the developer themselves using native Kubernetes API. All of this without IT involvement. Let's take a look at what else is running in this application. We see we have a database VM running there. And this looks like any other normal VM. But the cool thing here is that the developers were able to deploy this VM using Kubernetes. That's right. vSphere has harnessed the power of Kubernetes, not just for the containerized application, but have extended that to the virtual machines as well. With Project Pacific, we're enabling IT to set up guardrails at the application level, like setting up the resource limit. Within those guardrails, we're able to have developers work independently and freely within that framework, and using Kubernetes as an interface to interact with our infrastructure. Lastly, we're seeing that we have a Kubernetes pods running on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's running in the pod. I see there's multiple containers running in there. These Kubernetes pods are running natively on ESX. And by the virtual the fact that they're running on ESX they're running on the ESX natively. And by running these pods directly on ESX, we have not only made it more secure, we have also made it more performant, as Joe Beta talked about yesterday. Underneath the hood, vSphere now has a Kubernetes service running natively. We have embedded a virtual machine. We have embedded the Kubernetes control plane directly into vCenter, and have also made Kubernetes pods native to ESXi. With this, we are taking vSphere to the next level, and this is one of the most significant architectural evolution of vSphere in the recent years. With this, we're taking vSphere, a product you love and trust, to the next level, making it into the platform of choice for all modern applications.
So what we're seeing here is not simply Kubernetes running on top of vSphere. We're saying vSphere itself has been extended to really embrace Kubernetes as a core feature of the vSphere infrastructure itself. And I've looked at obviously lots of evolution of vSphere and ESX over the years. This is a very significant feature set being added to vSphere. And I think the key magic here is you've got roughly 500,000 customers at this stage probably using vSphere. With Project Pacific, they now all get to be able to say, what is my best way to upgrade these products such that they're able to also manage and act as a great runtime for Kubernetes.
That's right.
Okay, yep. Excellent.